Prophet Marshall Occurrence. So this video is going to be about the community, the culture, the Americans, the Freemasons are using YouTube ads, Facebook ads, commercials on TV, pop-ups on your phone, all kind of little stuff on your phone, ads on your phone, articles on your phone to trigger your mind. They're using pop-ups. You get little pop-ups on your phone, all kind of little wordings and triggers and mind triggers on your phone, wordings and triggers on your phone, stuff on your timelines if you're on Facebook, stuff on your YouTube page. All that stuff is triggers. All that is triggers. And it's not just natural. It's these people that are behind the culture that is using YouTube against high-ranking targets. If you're a high-ranking target, they have been using YouTube ads against you. You notice the ads that's on your YouTube page? Do you notice the ads that's on your YouTube videos to try to trigger your mind? It's always about kids or some lust or something like that. It's all against you. That's what it is. It's against you. And it's not just, oh, well, that's just what it is. Nah. It's people that are using that against you. It's people that are trying to trigger your mind, and there's a network. It has to be, basically. Smart people know it's a network that has a whole bunch of people that sit behind some type of computers or sit behind some type of stuff, and or they have programmed some type of program against your phones if you're high ranking. And when you go on Facebook, when you go on YouTube, when you go on the internet, there's all these triggers. When you watch TV, you notice on regular TV, aren't they triggering you on regular TV? They trigger you with all kind of videos. They trigger you with all kind of commercials. They're triggering you in that situation with telepaths and astral projecting people in your atmosphere while you watch these commercials, while you watch these certain TV shows. They're triggering you. You notice they're triggering your mind while you're watching TV, like as if you're a pedophile, like you're looking at little children and you're looking at stuff. They have a certain spirit that they put, or a certain technology from the Americans that they put among you while you're watching TV to try to trigger you while you're watching TV shows and stuff on regular TV to try to trigger you as a pedophile. And you're not a pedophile. They're trying to trigger you. They're triggering you. They're trying to trigger you. You hear the person in the background? That ain't nothing but a Freemason or one of them that work for him. That's a sound campaign to try to trigger and try to do witchcraft. But I've already sent the right spiritual warfare against that person, so it's already over for him. I'm just saying, I just know this stuff. You don't got to point it out to me. I know. But like I said, so for the culture is, let me explain something. See that person? That's an enemy right there, for sure. Like, the culture is against us, which means they use the whole culture know about all of this stuff that we being gangsta off. This is why if I cannot convince you any further, this is why America has to fall, because they joined the Freemasons. The Freemasons was all in the community. You got to understand this. You got to understand how these people are interwoven into our community for years and years and decades, right? So when they wanted to fight us, all they did was utilize all their organizations, all their community, all their networking, all their connections with the Americans against us. And this is why they use YouTube against us. The Freemasons is behind that. They use these ads, the Facebook, your phone getting all kind of stuff. You got all kind of triggers and psychological triggers on your phone. If you're high ranking, this is what they're going to be doing to you. They're going to be using psychological triggers all over your phone. I just saved you a lot of frustration. I just saved you a lot of frustration for why this stuff keep happening. Your phones, all of a sudden, it drops YouTube. It takes 1,000 years to download videos. That's why I'm up this early anyway. Because they want me out here in the daytime so they can play psychological games. Think I'm stupid, man. Listen. Because I started doing videos at night, right, when they wasn't out here. But they wanted to trigger me by having me, these videos I did like 3 videos, right? That was like, the video was like 3 hours long, right? But it shouldn't take from 9-10 o'clock to like 5 o'clock in the morning the next day. 9 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the morning the next day. For 3 videos that's 3 hours long? Nah, I shouldn't take that. It should take about 3 hours a piece, which means that should have been 9 hours max. 9 hours max. How I wind up being almost basically 24 hours? How, bro? Because they slowed it down and they tried to manipulate it. They will even manipulate your downloads for your videos. I'm trying to show you. If you are spiritual, you already know this. If you putting videos up on YouTube, I guarantee you they've been knocking off the Wi-Fi, knocking off your videos, downloading it. It don't seem to download quick enough. All this little quirky, weird, little strange stuff, all of that is them to try to manipulate you to come out at a certain time. Like in my case, to come out here at a certain time where you got this guy on this weed whacker. You hear that? That's one of them. Who takes that long to weed whack? Like, you know, and it's just the time too. It's the time frame. So you got to understand that. But we know that everything they sending out to like try to curse these videos, all that's going to do is curse their families. We sending it right back to them. It's going to curse their families. Watch what happens to that person's family. Watch, without me even knowing that person. Watch what happens to his family. Watch what happens to his life. They don't think it, listen, watch what happens to him. It's too figured out. We understand all of this stuff. You got to understand, gang stalking basically goes into your phone. It goes into your, that's how you need to understand it. It goes into your Facebook. It goes into YouTube. It goes into the internet. And I had to make a video just exclusively concerning being gang stalked on the internet. People are not saying it when that's making these gang stalking videos. They're not saying it in plain, clear English for people that can't read between the lines or might not really know. It might be vague how you say it. Let's say it in plain, let's say all as military, as spiritual military, let's say everything clearly for what it is. The notifications on your phone, the notifications is triggers too. While they monitoring your mind, you ever notice you get some notification when they think they beat you? When they think they beat you mentally, you notice you get like some notification right after that, even though you know you won, because usually they trying to trigger on the warfare, the spirit. They're triggering only on the spiritual warfare around you, right? So you know you won, but you caught them trying to send you a notification on your phone, some random, like from your apps. It could be Yahoo Mail, some random junk mail, but it's not really junk mail. It's triggers. That's why you should turn off all notifications on your phone. Even on YouTube, I don't have no notifications live on my phone because they used them as triggers. As soon as I caught on to that, I don't have notifications where it chimes and pings on my phone. Nope. All they're gonna do is use it over and over again until you catch on. Until you catch on, they gonna be using all these notifications as triggers. They use notifications as triggers. So even on your phone, like your text, I don't know, man, because they can use other people to text that same phone, or your messenger on Facebook or whatever else other stuff they can text. They can send notifications to that. I wouldn't even have it on. I don't have no notifications on. That's how you do it. You don't give no room for these bastards to trigger your mind. Okay, so I'm trying to show you how to. The first step, the solution to this is to cut off all notifications. Cut it all off on your phone, which means you don't get no notifications. And you just check your phone as you need to. Quiet down your phone by shutting down all notifications on YouTube, all of that. If you're a YouTuber that do YouTube videos like me, you probably like to keep your notifications on for various reasons, to see this person, that person, to see certain things going on. But the news, especially that, if you are a person that informs people of the news, things going on, you want to know what's going on in the news, turn off your notifications. Do it manually. Go check the news manually. Turn off all notifications. Facebook, same thing. Turn off notifications. Pop-up ads. You notice how the pop-up ads on your timelines, you know how it's always some kind of trigger? Let's just say it's a YouTube page that's on your page, but in some way it's triggering into your life, something about your life that they know, that these gang stalkers know about you. You go listen to the video and it's got something to do with you, or the description or the title has something to do with you, maybe in a negative way. Even that video was sent as a suggestion, as a gang stalking suggestion, to try to trigger you on something in your life or something. So anytime you go down any timelines, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, if you are a high-ranking individual, they're going to be trying to put stuff on your feeds, your timelines and feeds. Little weird stuff happen where your Facebook buffers, and then they're sending something to your mind, while your mind, you notice that too? You try to put a video on, or you touch a screen and it don't work right on time, then they try to attack your mind. You got to be on point about all of that. See, the delay is when they delay on your phone. In that moment of delay, they're looking to attack your mind. You notice an image come across your mind while your phone is being delayed, whether it's to do something on or watch a video, wherever it's delayed, where there's a slight delay from the phone not doing what it's supposed to do. That's a moment where they're trying to attack you. We're not ignorant of these people. They think we stupid. They're trying to trigger on your phones. I'm telling you, you watch regular TV. Live TV, where they use telepaths, live radio too. They got telepaths all on live radio. They got gang stalkers on live radio. They got gang stalkers on CNN and MSNBC. They got telepaths there, right? I would say, instead of saying gang stalkers, they got I think most of those anchor men and anchor women are telepaths. And if you are a high-ranking target, they're somehow focusing on you. And somehow they can focus on you. Or how it works, these Freemasons and these other people try to gaslight you or trigger on you and attack you with images, and these anchor people on CNN and all these different news outlets will piggyback off of that and gaslight whatever they sent against your mind and try to confirm it and make it seem true about you. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're using news outlets for sure. That's why I don't even watch live TV anymore, because it's a gang stalking event. Anything that you watch live, even sports, all of it, listen, I'm telling you what I know. They're using telepaths, psychics in between that live channel to trigger you, to attack you if you're high ranking. See, I'm a prophet, so I go through all kind of stuff that you might not go through. I go through all kind of stuff you might not go through. So like for me, I can't even watch live TV because they'll try to make it like some little corny game. You see what I'm saying? Where I'm interacting with these people and they try to play this psychological game. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be any type of live TV. So you got to be aware of live TV. You got to be aware of when you watch TV show, live radio. You got to be aware of live radio as well. Live radio is very important to understand. This live radio, you know, if you're tuned in, if you're high ranking, they're gonna be trying to tune in to you. No pun intended. They're gonna be tuning in to you, trying to see if they can find any fault. Like if you got a pedophile thought or some type of lustful thought about some senior citizen or old people, they try to trigger you on all that kind of stuff. Okay, so you can't trust live radio anymore. They trigger on that. They got telepaths and mind readers all through live radio because they can connect with the people. They can connect with targeted individuals. They can connect with high-ranking individuals. So you can't trust live radio or live TV. Anything that's live, I watch it later. If I want to, as far as TV or YouTube or whatever, or speech, even political speeches, I never watch it live. I watch it later, after live. Okay, that's how you got to move. No live TV, right? No live radio, really, because all they're doing is using people to either curse into your atmosphere and or to pick up on your thoughts as they are in your atmosphere. See, these radio commentators are high-ranking people in witchcraft, telepathy, wizardry, and all of that. So when they're in your atmosphere and they have you as the target, really they're focused more on you. This is for high-ranking targets. They're focused on you and your city. If your city radio, you listen, and then it just seems like they're focused. They're all focused. Like all them radio programmers, man, they're all working for these same type of people. I'm telling you, they have to, because the object is to get us everywhere we are, to find us everywhere we are, to gang stalk. The point is this. This is the greatest point and punchline. If you don't get anything else, understand this. This is how you know it's true. Because wherever your mind is, that's where they want to gang stalk you at. That's 7 hour. So if your mind is on radio, your mind is on live TV, your mind is on your phone, your mind is on Facebook, they want to gang stalk you everywhere you are. Does that make sense? Because if not, then you will have all these havens to get away and to refresh yourself from gang stalking. So how they gonna keep the pressure on you? They're gonna gang stalk you through all these outlets, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you go on social media, live TV, live radio. It's everywhere. Now you get the point. So that's why I know for sure that most of these radio programmers are part of it, because they have to try to keep pressure on us wherever we are. That's why I told you this person that was doing the weed whacker, that's a gang stalker trying to keep some type of pressure on me, when it really ain't no pressure on me. These lames out here ain't gonna ever keep no real pressure on me, but they try. They try, right? You know, they try. So, like I said, be aware that that's what they doing. Like, this is all about entertainment, how that gang is stalking you with the entertainment that you're entertaining yourself with, whether it be the movies. You notice on the movies you watch on YouTube or the videos, these ads are so strange and bizarre. It's like the opposite of what you do. It's the opposite of who you are. You're a Christian. I think on YouTube by now, this is how I know they gang stalking on YouTube. Because by now, YouTube, if they know you're a Christian by your ads, they can look at at the content of children and see that they're children. So why can't they look at when you use AI and see that you're a Christian by your content, and not give you these funky, raunchy ads on your timelines, on your videos, on your even the videos that's the ads. Shouldn't the ads kind of complement, with all the ads that's out there, shouldn't they kind of complement the walk of life you come from? But they don't, do they? You would think with even AI in place that your timeline should be filled with like Christian ads if you constantly watch Christian videos and watch Christian movies and listen to Christian music. But you notice as a Christian, you getting all these raunchy pop-ups or these raunchy ads while you're watching videos on YouTube, because it's gang stalking. They don't want to clean it up to where, you see what I'm saying? They don't want to clean it up to where it makes sense according to what your walk of life. But yet with children, this is how we know they can do it, because with children, they start to monitor their content, and they don't allow them to go into adult content based on the content that they've had of children. So why can't they use that same format with Christians that are God's children? And when they see me watching all these Christian movies and Christian videos, why can't they not allow certain pop-ups and ads to come to our pages? Why can't they allow why can't they disallow certain notifications and things that ain't got nothing to do with no Christian? Homosexual stuff, transsexual stuff, lesbian stuff I've even seen. It's all triggers. That's what I'm trying to show you. They don't want to make it make sense. They don't want to clean it up, because they want to keep pressure on you while you're on YouTube. Think about it. Think about what I'm saying now. This is how we know how far this stuff goes up. It goes up to the point where, besides the gang stalking in public places, when you are at home, they're gang stalking you on YouTube. Not just in the functionality of your phone, on YouTube, the ads, all that stuff. All that stuff is you. It ain't a coincidence. You see how it make you feel every time you see these ads, these pop-ups, these children ads. It seems like it's innocent, but you're getting triggered. They're attacking your mind, right? They're attacking your mind because they know you're about to see that ad. So by the time you see it, they done lined up a trigger. They done lined up an attack. All on your phone. All kind of little weird stuff on your phone. Your phone shutting down. How many phones you done had that just shut down? Stop working. And it was a weird time when it stopped working, wasn't it? That's all them, man. I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to put you up on the veteran elite level. right? Where you understand what your enemies are doing out here. You understand what your enemy is doing. Okay? They're gang stalking us all on YouTube, all on Facebook. The timeline, the feed is filled with gang stalking images, posts, everything, suggestions. The suggestions on Facebook, you notice it's always weird. All these women, all this stuff, all this random stuff that you ain't into, that your timeline shows no sign of being really into. And with AI, it's no excuse. It's no excuse with AI. With AI, by now, everything should be cleaned up to where you only get suggestions that make sense according to your preferences, according to your likes and dislikes. They see you keep blocking ads. How many times you don't block ads on YouTube? How many times you don't block ads on Facebook? On both of them. You've been blocking ads, right? What that tells you. How many times you don't block ads because you don't want to see it no more? You've already been doing this. If you're high ranking spiritually, you already been blocking ads. And if you have not been blocking ads on YouTube or Facebook, you got to get started. It's no way around it, because if you don't do it, they're gonna send that same ad over and over again. And sometimes when we block it, they send it over. They still send it again. That's how we know it's gang stalking. How you block an ad for the same company and then you see it again? Even if you refresh your page, the same ad comes up. See, these people get off on the fact that we can't really prove this, and they make it look like we crazy. That's their whole place where they dwell, where we look crazy, or we look like we can't really prove this. More to say, their safest dwelling is where we can't really prove this. But you still have to maneuver this way anyway. You still have to maneuver and navigate according to what I'm telling you anyway. Okay, and you ain't gonna have no losses. You ain't gonna lose no wars when you understand this anyway. So even though it look like we can't prove it, this is how you got to navigate according to this psychological war, right? Makes sense? So you clean, so they don't get no wins. They don't get no wins because you wasn't aware of what they was doing. Or you like, and you got this, you know, and you entertain this thought where I couldn't really prove it, so you kind of really didn't put your guard up. Makes sense? No, you're gonna put your guard up, and you're gonna win these wars. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna win these wars, and I'm showing you how to win them. You win them by not allowing these people to play with you. You start blocking these ads. Block them on Facebook. Block it. I block hundreds of ads. I done blocked hundreds. Yes, I can tell you, I done blocked hundreds because I know it didn't mean me no good. It can be for food. It can be for all kind of stuff. And if it usually has all these children in it, all these old people in it, you got to pay attention to what the image is. And if it's something to trigger your mind, if you felt triggered at that time, or you felt some type of attack behind that image of that ad that was on your feed, that was the gang stalkers. That was the Freemasons against you. Okay? And whether they're on the outside, externally, they're in your room, triggering you while you watch it on your phone, or they're internally attacking you through the ad being sent to your phone behind the company, like Facebook, YouTube, or whatever. Whatever the case may be, you got to block these ads. That's what they're doing. I've been blocking ads for years. I've been up on this, and this is long overdue. This video is really long overdue, man, because they definitely been doing this, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube, and you actively do videos, you're always on your phone. They definitely gonna be trying to trigger you because you always on your phone downloading videos. every day. I do videos probably, in a comfortable space, like on the daily, like, and they're always trying to send ads to me, but I'm just I'm a veteran at all this game stalking, so I already know what they're doing. I just block it and keep it moving. Now, see, if you're new to it, they can get your mind to wander about what they just sent and everything. As soon as I see it, I know it's intentional. When it comes to watching videos, you have to skip ads 2 times. If you notice, when you watch videos, you have to skip the ads twice. So when you push play on any video you want to watch and they got a lot of views, or maybe let's say it's a YouTube page with a lot of traffic, you got to skip once you push play on that high traffic channel. You're not going to get the video right away. You're going to get 2 commercials, and I guarantee you more times than not, it's going to have children in it or some little trigger stuff in it. And you got to pull that video down and skip it twice real quick to see the video. That's how you got to do it. You just got to get used to it. Pull it down, push play, pull it down, skip it 1 time. Well, don't wait for it to skip. Close out the whole video. Pull it down and close it out. Pull it down twice and close it out. Then you get the video. That's how it works. Now, some of you just been doing it because you hate video. You skip the ads, Some people are probably already been doing it, but for you who don't know, they've been sending these videos, these ads, intentionally against us. If you're high ranking, it's not delusional. You're not schizophrenic, paranoid. You're not paranoid. It's what it is. See, it's like I said, these people play on the fact that it'll make you look like you paranoid or crazy. But I'm smart enough to know this, right? Obviously. So I don't care. I know what I know. I know what I'm talking about. And because I've watched this over and over again. You know what I'm saying? You try to watch a video, they know it's a good video you're about to watch, they're trying to trigger you before you watch it. With the 2 ads they're going to put before the video comes on. So you close them out twice. You push play on the video, drag it down, pull it out, close it out, drag it down, close it out. Sometimes it's 3 ads. Sometimes it's 3 ads at best, and you close them out 3 times. But they're using those ads, skip ads, the ads you can skip in between the videos. If I don't even watch movies or videos that got a whole bunch of ads, because it's all it's going to be is a psychological attack. So I just stop. I either get premium on different cards and different YouTube pages, and or I just don't watch. I just watch only videos that don't have no ads, because all they're gonna do is use it as an opportunity to send these skip ads in to play with your mind. No, next time, now you ain't gonna see it never the same, but you're gonna be. It's not in a bad way. You ain't gonna see it the same. You're gonna be more equipped and aware. And you won't be getting duped anymore. Like psychologically, like what was just that? What was that? What was just that? You're not gonna go through that as much, because now you're gonna know that the Freemasons are using all those social media platforms and all this YouTube stuff and Facebook stuff to play with your mind. When you watch TV, you watch the ads on TV, you got these what they might call monitoring spirits or telepaths, flying monkeys. They're gonna be trying to trigger you while you're watching commercials, while you're watching TV. They're gonna know what's coming up. The next commercial's coming up. This is how sophisticated it is. And they're going to be trying to trigger you on that. Okay? Stuff on the radio, anything that's movement, if that makes sense. You watch sports, they're gonna be trying to trigger you on that, all kind of stuff on that. Kids, all on the sporting events, all faces of kids, all in the, all you watch the game, you see all these kids' faces, they're gonna try to trigger on that, all kind of stuff, man. I just know how these people move, and that's how they move. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta just be aware of that. You know what I'm saying? That's how these people moving. You know, notifications, the first thing that's gonna do you good is cutting off the notifications on your phone, where you don't get no notifications from Yahoo Mail, Gmail, because they're gonna use the junk mail notification to trigger your mind when they think they got you. All they're trying to do is make you feel like you did something wrong, so you would be depressed or suicidal. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to do, if you don't know. So they trying to seal it in your mind, like, oop, you made a mistake, so we're gonna send you a notification to let you know you made a mistake. See, all them sounds and notifications is, oops, it's the insinuation is, oops, you made a mistake. When you get those notifications, that's what it is. But you didn't. Like I said before in the other video, they're just reading. If you're high ranking, and it's definitely if you're a Christian, they're reading spiritual warfare. That's all they're reading. That's all. Ultimately, that's all they're reading, man. So you know, you got to understand this. You got to understand this. All of this stuff is not. It's what it is. Like even our videos. Like I said, download videos take all day. That's to just manipulate you in this situation to where you're outside in the daytime. For me, because I do my videos at night. But they want to drag it along, so I'll be out here with the community. They want to drag it along, so I'll be out here with this weed whacker dude. You know what I'm saying? They think he did something. He ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's so, you know, you just got to understand how they move. I know how they move. I know exactly how they move, man. I'm telling you. This is how they move. This is how they move. That's why you got to you just got to understand. You got to understand this. You know, this is not a figment of your imagination. This is how far the rabbit trail goes. You know, and you ain't going to have no losses. You ain't going to have no losses when you understand it. So for God's true people, salute. Over and out.